Hello, my name is Ty. I am your homicidal chauffeur, and welcome to Total War Warhammer 2. I've been wanting to get back into this game for a while. I've played one campaign with the Empire, which is basically the default human race. And since that time, there's been a lot of new content added to the game. So let's check it out. I've decided to try the Lizardmen campaign with Lord Mazdamundi. They seem pretty cool, but also I know all the different races have different mechanics that you can play with, and I want something I'm going to be able to wrap my head around fairly easily. They have a lot of really tough units and also some great monsters. I am going to play on normal difficulty and hope that that doesn't prove to be a mistake. Here we go.
Blessings to you, Lord of the Solar City. Your domain is prosperous and powerful. Yet the same cannot be said for all realms of the younger generations. Many temples have fallen to ruin, or to invaders from afar. In the absence of a unified presence in Lustria, warm-blood trespassers have come. As the great plan ascribes, do not tolerate their presence. There are many cohorts of Lizardmen who will aid a slan of the second generation, although some have misinterpreted the great plan and may be hostile. The old ones shaped this world, and for too long have their designs been ignored. Their great plan must be fulfilled, Lord Mazdamundi, no matter the cost.
So here we are in Hexoatl. Lizardmen settlements are linked by an unseen network of power that spans the world. So we can increase the potency of commandments by increasing the power of our geomatic web. Spawning pools of Lustria will occasionally bring forth an especially gifted set of warriors. So by winning special missions, we can unlock powerful troops. Our first objective is to occupy, loot, or raise 3 different settlements. And for that we'll get 2,000 gold. This is our capital, Hexoatl, in the Isthmus of Lustria. And there are 4 cities in our province. As of right now, we only control Hexoatl, so we need to unite the province. I think right away we can upgrade our capital to a level 2. And we can also construct a building. Could be a gold mine. That will generate 300 gold per turn. We have basic military academies for training new troops. Or infrastructure, a foraging camp, or a favela. They provide food and gold respectively. I think we should prioritize the gold mine. That'll let us get more resources in to upgrade our settlement more quickly. Here's our Lord Mazdamundi, and he comes with a small army. We also have our hero, Cricket, who can operate alone, or we can join him up with our larger force. I think we'll do that to begin with. And as you may notice, Mazdamundi is being menaced by a small army over here that I believe are Chaos Warriors, led by Tar Slaughterborg. So we do have the stronger force right now, and I think we'll go ahead and attack right away. He's going to retreat. I think we can still make the attack. Yes, here we go. We are heavily favored as they only have a couple of infantry and then also some missile cavalry. But this will allow us to deal a blow to the Chaos Warriors right away. This is the Winds of Magic mechanic. We can start our fight or we can wait to see if we can get a more favorable number. I'm okay with that though. As I said, we're heavy favorites here. Up front, I have my missile infantry, who are skinks with javelins. Behind them, I have my monstrous troops, as well as my lord. And then hidden just over here in the woods, I have my heavy infantry, my elite temple guards, and my hero unit, who are all melee. I'm not sure if they're going to choose to charge me or whether they want to sit back. But this way, I'm hoping I can use my infantry to flank them if they get close. So let's start the battle. They don't appear to want to advance. That's fine. I'm bringing my javelins over here first to face them up on the path. Followed by my more monstrous infantry.
What do you talk my stuff?
And then try to keep my heavy infantry hidden over here in the woods to my left. Alright, the enemy is on the move. I'm thinking they're just interested in facing up my javelins. Okay, their missile cavalry is approaching. We should start to return fire any minute. And there we go. Both sides have initiated fire. That's fine. I'll bring my monstrous infantry more over here to the left so that the enemy doesn't get too far from the tree line where my other troops are stationed. And their horsemen have retreated again. So a game of cat and mouse here early. Let's bring the javelins up within range. I think these guys have been discovered. So let's send them after the Lord. These guys, the skinks, after the horsemen. And we'll advance the monsters and our Lord. So our troops are engaging on the front line. We have 3 different groups going after their Lord. There's a second front developing over here. They do have their horsemen firing upon us from the rear. That's no good at all. I'm going to bring one of my javelins over to menace them. There, so we've distracted the horsemen. And we're winning on both fronts over here. This is their lord right down the front. He's taking substantial damage. I've got all my best troops attacking their lord. Some of their infantry is rallying. We have these troops over here who haven't really been doing anything. We'll bring them back. This should be a devastating charge. Why are these guys taking fire but not returning it? I think they're out of ammo. Let's have them charge the Lord. He's going to be surrounded on all sides. Our other javelins aren't doing anything. We'll get them in the fight as well. And this seems to be going according to plan for the most part. And there we go. Victory is ours. Decisive victory. We lost 28 to their 264. So that sounds pretty decisive to me. We gained 262 gold plus an enchanted item and a decent amount of XP. Now we have 47 captured. We can choose to release them for 305 gold, kill them for 100 experience points, or eat them for 5%. We can eat them to replenish our units. We don't necessarily need to replenish our units that bad. And we also don't really need the gold. It doesn't seem like that much. So let's just kill him. We got a potion of healing. That's got to be worthwhile. And Tar Slaughterborg has been killed in battle. Alright, now we have skill points to assign to Lord Mazdamundi. We can choose Harmonic Convergence, which is a buff to our allies. A spell. Inspiring Presence. Leadership Effect +5. Or Route Marcher, movement range 10%. Route Marcher seems the most worthwhile at the beginning. And I think that's the end of our turn. No noticeable developments during the computer's turn. We have the Ziggurat of Dawn, which is in our province. It's saying that it's merely a ruin, but I suspect there may be Skaven when we get there. I don't want to attack Skeggy quite yet, which is the home of the Chaos, but also in our province. So the Ziggurat of Dawn seems like a good place to operate from. We need to select our lord and then send him up here. And no, as a matter of fact, there are no Skaven there. We do want to colonize. And now we can develop this city as well. The whole province is in this one menu, and you can see how they relate to each other and what you have building in each city. We need to set up a basic level 1 camp, a Lizardmen commune. So let's do that. We can choose to merge our skinks if we want to, because they're under 50% health, but then we'll only have 1 infantry. I think I'll do that. But then we'll call up some more also. Not from the global. We don't want that. That's going to take 2 turns. From local. There we go. And let's get some more infantry in as well. Alright, now we can end the turn. And then we'll be close to full strength. Can we make it to Skeggy in 1 turn? Maybe. I think so. Not quite. So that will have to wait.
My lord, a rival power desires a change in your mutual relations.
The High Elves want a trade agreement. That sounds perfectly acceptable to me. The Skeggy have decided to attack. I don't necessarily feel like this is a fight that we can win because of the garrison that they have in the city. So can we retreat? Yes. All of our constructions are done, so we have a lot more choices in what to build. We can upgrade our gold mine for 2,000, but that will increase its output by 50%. Definitely worthwhile, but maybe not just yet. Alternatively, we can spend 750 gold for 180 per turn. And now we also have a monument which will increase our public order. That's probably a good idea because it's falling fast. -6 per turn. I believe we can get both of those in. Yes. And in the Ziggurat of Dawn, we can build a landing port for 800 gold, which will give us 150 per turn. So I'm going to double down on the gold here. And hopefully that will let us expand our armies much more quickly. Back to our lord, however. I can't really attack Skeggy because between the army and the garrison, they have more troops than I do. Ziggurat of Dawn has a decent garrison, but I'm not sure it's big enough that I can afford to leave it alone. But then I need to unite this province as soon as possible, so I can get the bonuses from that. I also have a skill point so that I can upgrade cricket. I like training. It increases the XP of all the troops in my army just by having him embedded there. Okay, I'm hoping that I have enough of a garrison at the Ziggurat of Dawn, and I'm going to bring Mazdamundi back to Hexawatl. That's going to take 2 turns. Eventually, I'm going to bring him over to Fallen Gates and see if we can occupy that city. But for now, that's the end of our turn. I have a new mission. Kill 500 enemies in battle. I have 15 turns to complete that. If I do, I'll get two units of Blessed Croxigors. So I can bring Mazdamundi into Hexawatl. And that will let us move him and recruit troops in 1 turn. I'm going to get 1 more infantry and 2 more missile infantry. And that brings my army up to 13. So that seems pretty good for now. I already have the port completed. And next turn I'll have the 2 buildings in Hexawatl. And then we'll be getting tons of gold coming in. Now the High Elves of Nagaryth would like a non-aggression pact. It's certainly not my priority to go up that way, so I don't have a problem doing that. Now we're up to 1900 gold per turn. And I can upgrade some buildings if I want to. Let's go ahead and do that to the gold mine. That's only 1 turn worth of gold, and it will increase the output by 50%. And now we can take the army of Lord Mazdamundi over here to Fallen Gates. Can't quite make it on this turn. That's fine. I have been ambushed. That can't be good. I mean, he wouldn't have done that if he thought he was going to lose. And I can't retreat. So I don't have much choice but to fight this battle. Mazdamundi just minding his own business. So here are our armies in march. And I suspect that the rats are going to come from all directions. Already some over here to be spotted. Let's keep time ticking along and see if we get ambushed from both sides or not before I do anything too decisive. We have 2 units of missile infantry coming in from the left. So I'm going to get my javelin throwers over there in skirmish mode so they won't engage directly. Maybe more along the tree line. Like that. And let's see if we can make sure that they don't get in a good flanking position. So those guys will break off. Let's put some hustle into it, boys. We have rats coming out of the ground right on top of our guys, or right underneath our guys, I should say. So who's over here? The Croxigors and our Bastiladon. I feel like they're able to handle that. This is just basic sword infantry. Oh, look at the Bastilon go in there and just wreck them. The javelin throwers have got involved as well, and they're already breaking. We've got a good fight going on with our other javelin throwers. I think it's time for some new orders. There should be more rats over here, it looks like, from the map. I don't see any yet, though. Look at that. What a beautiful game. So far, it seems everybody is coming from the left. Get the Croxagores. They're going to be like here. And then these skinks, I want more along the tree line. Make sure they're in skirmish mode. And then we'll bring the Bastillodon kind of in between our two sets of skirmishers. And then that way we can deploy him wherever we see fit. Over here, though, I don't want our javelin throwers on their own if they don't have to be. So let's take our hero and send him into the fight. We'll group him up with the temple guards. Yes, that sounds like a good plan. So attack the slingers. Make that double time. And what happens next? They're already retreating. Oh, we've got more rats coming out of the ground. Where's that at? Right here in the middle of our basic infantry for the most part. That's good. I feel like they can handle that. We're already breaking. All of the rats that we've encountered so far are fleeing. We have more coming in from behind, though. Over here. Here we go. This is the main army, I would guess. And want all of our basic infantry right behind them. More like there, maybe, for now. Bring Mazdamundi over. We're going to need him. We have this group of elite infantry. Let's send them to the right and see if we can get a flanking in. I was going to send my monsters to the left, but we have clan rat spears over here. And spears are good against larger troops, so that would be a mistake. Instead, we'll send them to the right as well, but right up the middle. I think these warriors are the only people that still need orders. Let's leave them on the left for now. But they'll hang back a little bit. Alright, let's see what happens. So in come the clan rats. The spears don't seem too determined to attack. What are they up to? No, that's the troops, the infantry troops. Here's the spears that we want. They need to get in here on the spears over this way. The javelins. And here our Saurus warriors will flank from the left. Why are so many retreating? It's not like they're breaking. What are you guys doing? Right, now you're coming back. You're almost out of ammunition. That's not good. Alright, Mazdamundi, do you have some spells that we could use for this situation? It looks that way. Let's buff you guys. What does this do? It's another buff. Regeneration. That's good for people that are wavering, I think. We don't have anybody yet doing that. We still have a couple of archers here. Javelins here. And we need to make sure that they don't get too beat up from the slingers behind them. Yeah, this isn't looking great, but I wasn't favored to win this battle at the beginning. I'm not sure what else I could have done so far. Let's get these guys. Even though they're out of ammo, they can still charge, I believe. We need them out of skirmish mode. And let's get over here. See if we can get a flank on since they're not engaged yet. But man, look at these guys coming in from our other side. That's not going to be good. We have these javelins out of skirmish mode. Who can we attack? Spears, slingers. Let's get into these spears. And we have Lord on Lord action right up here. Right, you slingers. You javelins, get in here. Hit them hard. Where's our monster? This guy. I'm not sure if he's up to anything. Let's get after his lord. It's a lot of rats. We have guys breaking over here. It's not going to be good, but I think we're going to hold our line. Who's shooting at me from over this way? We still have slingers, but our javelins are out of ammo. Mazdamundi is taking more damage than I would like. Can we get a spell on himself? Yup. This Bastiladon doesn't really like to stay in the fight if he doesn't have to. It's kind of annoying. Man, look at these spears coming in. Can we get our warriors over there?
Dokai.
Looks that way. We have more troops breaking now. The tide is definitely going against us. And more rats are coming in. Wow. Yeah, this is not going well. You can see the few armies that we have left. Yep, and most of our troops have broken. Can we concede? I think that might be the smartest thing at this point. Here, let's concede. I cannot concede without losing my entire army. So we're just forced to let it play out, as gruesome as that may be. And there we are. A close defeat, but a defeat nonetheless. The question is, how much of my army am I going to have left? I lost 779 troops, or about maybe 60% of my army. They got my potion of healing as well. That's messed up. And really, they're right back to ambushing me. This time they're coming in strong from the left. So we'll get the javelins up front. Make sure they're in skirmish mode. Get our basic infantry around here to make sure we don't get flanked too hard. Our more heavy infantry we'll send to the far side. Mazdamundi is going to need all of his spell skills, probably just on himself. Our Lord has broken. It's a telltale sign of defeat. Bastillodon is really messing up some rats in here, but I don't think it's going to be enough. There's just so many of them.
We are doomed!
We are doomed, yes.
Not mine, fight! Jock, jock!
Seems like all of our infantry has broken at the same time. I don't know how we're still even in the fight. Everybody is fleeing. And now I have been beaten decisively. I lost about half of my remaining troops, another 247. Oh, I did kill 500 units within 14 turns, and I've received 2 blessed Croxagors. So, thank you for small favors, I guess. Where even is my lord? Yeah, my lord was wounded in battle and is unavailable for 4 turns. So I don't think I have much choice except to call it a part there. I'm going to have a think about Warhammer and what I want to do. I think you'll be seeing more of it on the channel, but I'm not sure what form that will take. So for now, my name is Ty. I am your homicidal chauffeur. This has been Total War Warhammer 2. Thank you very much, and good night.